When we return to our planet, the High Court may well sentence you to torture.
He likes movies, we like movies. SeptumSin versus the world. SeptumSin versus the world. SeptumSin versus the world. SeptumSin versus the world.
I'd buy that for $1.
Alright, it's SeptumSin versus the world, and it's time for me to show you what I got.
Show me what you got. I want to see what you got. Oh boy.
Alright, well, it's Christmas time. It's in that season. The name of the season is giving, but me, as I had stated in my last pickup video, that I always associate Christmas with gaming. Since the days of the NES, I have been gaming on Christmas Day. I mean, I did a little bit of gaming with the Commodore. I'm a little bit old, if you can't tell, with a lack of hair here. But the NES was my first major gaming platform. And I would get a new game, and I would sit there, and we didn't get a lot of new games back in those days. It was usually I would get a game or two on Christmas and my birthday. And that would be it. And I would play the heck out of that game. I'd borrow games, of course, but it would be that game. I'd play the heck out of it. And Christmas was, I would break into it and I would just play it constantly. So I thought I'm just going to take all of the games that have built up over the season, get Black Friday and before, and we're going to do a massive pickup to clear that gaming backlog. So for those of you who are here just for movie pickups, well, if you want to give me extra views, you can play me in the background. But yes, this is mainly for you gamer people who really enjoy looking at video game pickups. You're going to see a lot today. So we're going to start with the PlayStation 2. And I only have one, and that is Silent Hill Origins. I used to have this on this platform. I never did play it on the PSP, which was the first PlayStation portable system. And it is a prequel to Silent Hill. I've played it, but I've never beaten it. It's going to be on my list as I eventually go through and try and beat all the Silent Hill games. I'm going to be working on the third game come next Halloween season. We'll see how well I go. But this one, you've got this trucker. He stumbles upon this burning house and rescues this girl, who happens to be the one that's caused the whole Silent Hill phenomena. I had a hard time with this because all the weapons are breakable weapons. There aren't a lot of healing items. It's real easy to take damage, real easy to die, and you can easily get into a spot where you're stuck and you have to start all over again. And that really bothered me, the hard level of this. Still not as hard as Shattered Memories, but I am planning on trying this again in the future. Alright, let's move on. So let's talk PS3. You'll see a little bit of edit because I'm having to shelve these really quickly, and we're prepping dinner for relatives tonight, so a lot of running back and forth, a lot of pausing, but I am getting this pickup video done for you. Alright, so let's talk about the PS3. It's a good system. I'd gotten a second one because I've had my primary up in our bedroom as a Blu-ray player for a long time, but my vision isn't what it used to be. I can't read the teeny tiny print on the smaller TV we have upstairs. So I have a second one that was cheaper that I got and put downstairs. So I am back into that again. One that I thought was amazing that I got a hold of was Deadly Premonition, the director's cut. Now, there are many versions of this out. There's even a board game. And it's considered one of the best worst horror games out. You're playing as a detective, and you're discovering, you're unwrapping the mysteries of the horror that is attached to this small town. It's supposed to be very Twin Peaks-ish. And this is supposed to be the most stable version of the game. That they locked down the controls, got rid of a lot of the glitches, but a lot of it's still there. It's still glitchy as heck. And I am really looking forward to checking this out. Maybe it'll be my next game. Who knows when I'm going to be playing in the near future. Well, I'm a big fan of the Lego games. They're easy to get into. As I get older and I have less and less time, the Lego games are great because I can check in, check out, move along. And I got a number of these on the PlayStation 3 because they did a great job on it. The first is Lego Batman. You can tell I've got like this great thing here. I got this GameStop Black Friday. I got a bunch of these, really cheap, good percentage off. I mean, this one was $14.39 for me. And I just need to get back into Lego Batman. I never could get past the first level. I don't know what it is. There's like a thing I have a hard time figuring out how to do it. Well, maybe this will be the time when I'm playing it on the big screen. Next is Lego Batman 2. Now, this is the last one before I've upgraded them to the PlayStation 4. I am curious about it. You get a lot of DC villains and heroes on your side. I am very curious. They brought in Justice League and a few others in this particular. It's not just the Bat universe. About this, I mean, the third one is pretty much the whole DC universe, much like the Avengers games. Or, sorry, not the Avengers, the Marvel Superheroes games. But I do look forward to it. I want to play from the start up because I fear if I play the third one first, I'll have no desire to play the first or the second one. So we'll see how that runs. I do need to run my PS3. I've been running basically my Xbox 90% and my PlayStation 4 20%. And then nothing for the other. I had to sell my Wii. Probably the other, like PlayStation 2, the PlayStation 3, and the Xbox. I haven't played hardly any. I need to really get on that. So the next of them is the Indiana Jones 2. You say, well, what happened to Indiana Jones 1? Stay tuned. Now, the Indiana Jones series games, of course, they cover the Indiana Jones movies. This covers the last of them. I think some of the series. And I've heard some fun things about it. I've been curious about it. Again, I want to eventually play all of these. I enjoy the franchise. They have great humor. Very simplistic. Very easy. Lots of collectibles. Lots of fun platforming and combat. Lego Star Wars still my favorite, but enjoyable. Alright, next up. Final one for the PlayStation 3, which is Lego Pirates of the Caribbean. I played this on the PSP and I beat the heck out of it. I loved it. It was fun, but I heard that this one looks so much better, has more stuff to unlock, has more stuff active, well worth checking out. Especially as Johnny Depp's Jack Sparrow is checking out. Now we are getting into the big systems. Of course, we're going to still have some 360s coming up because my Xbox stuff will be at the end, but I'm going to end on the Xbox One, so it'll end on one of the more current gens. But let's talk PlayStation 4 before we switch off systems. And all of my PlayStation, and all of my Xbox, whether it's 360 or One, are going to be playing on the Xbox One. So, you know. Alright, so we're going to start with one that I got at a really good deal. I got this for $30. I had never played it. I played a little bit of the original, and I need to beat that on the PlayStation 3. But I did get this, and that was Ni no Kuni 2. What was it? Revenant Kingdom. I've heard so many good things about this, and this deluxe edition was purchased for $30. I couldn't resist it. I get a 20% discount at Best Buy. It was just calling my name. I really need to finish the first one. It was Miyazaki art inspired. This one kind of strays from it a little bit, but I've heard that it also has a lot more fun elements to it. I will check this out. But, again, I want to beat the first game. I'm sure I will beat the first game now that I've got this egging me on, or this will stay in the plastic wrap, who knows. But this was an excellent buy. Now this comes with a steelbook, which I love my steelbooks, papercraft kit, soundtrack CD, which is awesome. All the DLC comes with it, and that makes it worth having. Alright, let's move on. This one is from one of the limited run games, number 162, which is a horror game called Observer. I've heard some fun about this. It's sort of cyberpunk horror, virtual reality type horror. I really do enjoy these types of games. If you haven't checked out Observer, you should. I played it on the digital. Now I have it on this physical. I love having physical media, and this is, limited run games, excellent company. You just gotta learn to wait for what you get. I'm actually waiting so I can order Celeste so I can play that. Don't know how well I'll do because I don't have the reaction time that a lot of the young people do when it comes to these games, but everybody says it's like top of the year, so I'll have to check it out. So another one I had to get, I played a little bit of it on the Dreamcast when I did own a Dreamcast, and that was the Shenmue series. This is the remastering of 1 and 2. I pre-ordered it the day I heard it was coming out. So I've had this since August, shows you how long I've been sitting on it. I need to see it, but this really is the predecessor of games like the Yakuza series, and I probably will try playing this before I play the Yakuzas. I have played Sleeping Dogs, which, excellent game. I'm hoping that if this is anywhere near as good as that, I know I'm going to love it. Again on Black Friday, for $25, I picked up the Spyro trilogy. Now, it is sad that only the first game is included on this disc, but I guess it's better than the Xbox One version, which had none of the games on the disc. But I've got this and the Crash Bandicoot Insane trilogy. I've got to get in and try these. I never got to play them. I played them at kiosks when they originally came out, but I've never played these original games. Now I'm going to get to enjoy them in wonderful HD. I've heard nothing but praise, especially for this one. I can't wait to check it out. Oh, this one's open in the case. Alright, let's see. Well, now we get to do an unboxing, apparently, because I don't want to, I don't want the game to be hurt. I really hate it when they come loose. And my guess is that it came loose when I was picking it up and shuffling it around a little bit, so it probably hasn't gotten enough time to damage. They use Blu-ray technology, which is good because Blu-rays are notoriously hard to hurt. Yep, sure enough, loose in the case, but you get to see. Not damaged. Woo, little unboxing for you. The next up is one I also have digitally, which is Yakuza 0. We were talking about this earlier. I want to play this whole game series. I've got I've got some of the series. I can't wait till Kiwami 3, 4, and 5 come out so I can complete it and just take the whole story. I've heard it is one that's good to start at the beginning and keep working your way up. It's a lot like Sleeping Dogs. There's a lot of fun stuff to do. There's a good story. There's a lot of fun action. And has that sort of mafia, sort of that combination of a martial arts game with the Grand Theft Auto type franchise. Next on Steelbook, to go with my original Yakuza Kiwami, is Yakuza Kiwami 2. Like I said, I will be getting these as they come out. Hopefully as many on Steelbook as possible. This one did not come on Steelbook, but these come at a fairly good price. They're around the $30 line. I don't know about the others because they were out on 3, 4, and 5 were on PS3, so they may be a little bit more expensive. But again, remastering it, I've heard nothing but praise for it. They've ironed out the controls, and this one I've heard lots of love for. Many people saying that they think this beats the most recent one, which is not on Steelbook, but I've got it on special edition here, and that is Yakuza 6. I got the special edition for $20. Has all the DLC, and it's got a pretty cool case. I am looking forward to checking it out. Again, I need to get into these series. I get all these games. I'm still playing Fallout 4. Alright. Next on, Xbox 360. Alright. We're at the 360. So the first is a classic that I never got to play, and that is Alan Wake. I've wanted this for a while. I got this really cheap, $7.99. It's hard to find. You can't get it digitally. You can get the sequel digitally, a sort of sequel, arcade sequel. And it's supposed to be really well done. It is an excellent narrative horror set in a Stephen King-esque universe. From what it looks like, it looks very similar to the Alone in the Dark franchise before it got effed up. You play an author, and he's trapped in the township of his novels. I look forward to trying it. I have tried enough of it to know that this works on the Xbox One. Definitely looking forward to it. The next one, which I found you didn't have to have co-op to beat, is Dead Space 3. This is what sank the franchise and really what killed Visceral. Which is sad because I've heard Dead Space was really excellent. Now I've got all 3 of them. Can't wait to check them out. Of course, what was Indiana Jones 2 without Lego Indiana Jones 1? Also coming with Kung Fu Panda. Yeah, well, it is what it is. I'm not really that psyched for Kung Fu Panda, but if any of you played it and said that Kung Fu Panda is indeed one of the best games on the Xbox 360, let me know. I have played the Kung Fu Panda fighting game that I got for free, which is a really terrible Smash clone. If it's anything like that, I don't know if I want to. Last but not least, the Xbox One. Alright, well, last but not least, the Xbox One, which I have 4. Well, one of them is a good reason for... 2 of them are reasons for having the Xbox One. One of them is Dead Rising 3. The first two and the 4th game you can get on PS4. You cannot get this one on PS4. This is only PC or Xbox 3. Wait, 1. We're getting ahead of ourselves here. Again, zombie slasher game. I really like the first one from what I played. I do want to replay it. I can't wait to check this one out. Also, Dead Rising 4. So I'm caught up with it. All on there. I've got the first 2 on PS4 and then the last 2 on Xbox One. Really cheaply, I ended up getting Final Fantasy Type 0. This was on a buy 2 get 1 free, so this was the freebie. You let me know if it's any good. I like Final Fantasy. This is the last one, which is the Rare Replay. I am very happy to get the Rare Replay. It has all of the lovely Rare games on it when Rare was really big. Banjo-Kazooie and Conkers in the original unedited format. I also have the Xbox One version, which I probably will play. Not Xbox One, the original Xbox version, which I will play, though I've heard it is edited. So I'll probably play both. Let me know which one you prefer if you've played both. In any case, that's all for my review, or actually update. I hope you have a wonderful holiday season and a happy new year. And hopefully I'll get Kotobuki Jake back in here and we will have a video for next week. Catch you later.
Goodbye.